Good evening and welcome. I'm Teddy, and you are listening to Night Talk. So come on in, grab a glass of wine, and join me for a little conversation. Calm, clear the air. Hang on, let's just stop the music for right now, or either turn it down a little bit, all the way down, all the way down. Yeah. Aren't you glad that the election is over? I am. And we can just kind of get back to thinking of maybe some other things. I mean, well, we will always be thinking about the aftermath and what is to come, but at least, going through that process, listening to all of the talking points and that. You know, I'm just glad at this moment that part is done. Shout out to the mob, all my other bears I call the Grizzlies. Yes. And so I listened a little bit, just briefly. I know Teresa was on. I got the notice, or it popped up, and I guess she's been on for a while. So I don't even know if she's still on or not. But some of what I heard, just, maybe, I don't know, maybe I listened a lot earlier. It was probably, I don't know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I was out, so I just put it on. And I had it, in the background, just kind of listening to some of the things that were being said. And I guess she was showing uh, some pictures, but so I pulled it up. I looked at what she showed in that. And one of the pictures that she was pointing out, um, was the what, carpet or something, the throw rug, not a throw rug, but the um, I guess you could say the rug that was on the floor, and it had these unique pattern, color, and design. Okay, and then she showed the other picture with this rug. Yeah, I guess you just say rug with the same unique color, pattern, or design. Now, come on, that's her. She's going to be in denial. I mean, those pictures, the picture that was on her uh, previous YouTube avatar, then another picture and another, it's her. I mean, to me, this one is pretty straightforward. Yeah, it's B for busted. That's what it is. Yeah. hmm So I guess I must have come in because I can tell you when it was. Kulu. I remember someone saying hello to Kulu, so it must have been around that time that he was in the chat. So that must have been hours ago or whatever. Yeah. But I read one of his comments, and it was something like, mm, I guess, one by one, all these avatars are getting revealed. That's my words. Okay. That's kind of was the takeaway. Yeah. Just, bring them all out, get it over with. And, so people, yes, can know who and what they're dealing with. But the big prize would be uh, revealing, Danielle and all of her. Yeah, just reveal her and know it. Just like know it. Just like, you know. And let me ask this question. So, because I didn't watch but a little bit of it. So, Trees mentioned something about, I guess she had fluctuated in her weight or younger days or something like that. And then she made a comment about uh, how her appearance may have changed. So she showed uh, the picture of the avatar, and then she showed a picture um, that matched. I mean, it really matched the avatar with her um, in her own chat, I guess. So that would be obvious. And did she show any other pictures? And then there was a comment. Now, this is what there was a comment. Who made the comment? Oh, uh, it would have been When Doves Cry. Again, I only I only stayed a few minutes, but Doves Cry comment got my attention because this individual said, "Oh, she reminds me of someone like maybe that could be in Monique Tolbert's family." I think it was something like that. I almost wanted to chime in, but I wasn't really able to do that except listen um, in the bushes for a minute. I wanted to say, you know, she does remind me somewhat of someone in Indiana. Yeah. There's somebody in Indiana who, uh, when you put it side by side, there's some favor. Yeah. But I don't know. So again, that uh, just reminded me when uh, this person said that. I thought, let me look back at a picture, later this evening. And I looked at it. Yeah. So there was this group of women, okay, in Indiana. And I've shown this picture, but I covered all the faces. Mhm. I think there were maybe 5 or 6 women in the picture. And I said, well, you know what, maybe, you know, could, I don't know. I mean, that would be so. But I have said, I have said I would not be surprised if In and Out was related in some way or familiar with either someone in the family, a Simeon or someone, only because of the it was just kind of odd that uh, a couple of simians showed up early on. Early on, when she started her channel. It wasn't very long before they would appear. And, and of course, they appeared also on Danielle's channel. So I've seen at least 4 simians. Mhm. And they are all linked. The simians are all linked. For sure, for sure, for sure. Mhm. So all of them, they all know each other. They're all definitely related. Mhm. They've all communicated with one another. Mhm. So again, I just thought it was kind of odd that, and then early on, yeah, it could just be a coincidence. Yeah, I'm not. Uh, Remember when she called herself a mini? Did she call herself a mini uh, Danny or something like that? Baby Juju says wink, wink. Yeah. So that would put her, well, since it's all out there anyway. Um, so you've got what? Illinois. You've got Wisconsin. You almost got. You would think you'd have the. Yeah. So there's ties to Wisconsin, um, Illinois. There might be. I mean, that's all close by. You know, Indiana is right next door, basically. To Illinois, when you go down and around the the Lake Michigan. So, in other words, like if I drive to Illinois, Chicago, I'll have to go through Indiana. Yeah, yeah, you go through Indiana. You're not in Indiana very long, but Indiana. So it wouldn't. And think about this. And also, Illinois, Wisconsin. So you just go on it. So all those, states, it's very easy to go in between. Yeah. And so, and let me throw out a dark horse in the mix. There's somebody in Tennessee too. Yeah, I'm just going and just going and put that out there. Eventually, we're gonna get to it. Yeah, yeah, good old Tennessee. I guess if you just drive it all down. So you got Georgia, Tennessee. So yeah, yeah. There's a Georgia. They got people everywhere. Yeah, they're connected. Oh. But again, I don't know if In and Out is, but um, she did. Yeah, she kind of favors someone in that family, or we'll just say in the family. In the family. But, you know, what they say, we all look alike. Isn't that what they say? It's not true. So we have what, 11 likes, 22 watching. You can go ahead and give us a thumbs up. This is calm and clear the air. Analyze this. Hey, Annette. Yeah. Email me at unwindwithteddy@gmail.com. You can do that right now. The first song that I played was called Martini Avenue. Yeah, it's just chill. That's all. But yeah, I definitely think yeah, the pictures and that tree showed and all that. Whoever put that together, it's very convincing. Yeah. So, what is this? I was roasting her in the chat. Old school. Good evening says, yeah, those pictures matched up. I was in the bushes listening to LOL. Yeah, those were, they matched up. You know, the rug, the carpet, it just, and the bee. Yeah, yeah, it just, all the little puzzle pieces. That one wasn't difficult to say. Yeah, that all just makes sense. Yeah. What is Joanne says? She was so worried about robot exposing her, but didn't think that it would be true. Um, who, again, I'm catching like the tail end of this. So, who really exposed her? Am I could be like days out. I could be a week out, because I haven't been following all of this. But uh, let's see. Teddy had me laughing when she said B for boyfriend. B, yeah, that's another B. Yeah, for a boyfriend. I, you know, I don't care about my boyfriend. People do what they want to do. Let's see. Who else? Blessed. Good evening. And what else? Before I play some more music, I just, I wanted to get that out there too. Um, And what is this? She wiped it? Oh, what? A channel? Something? Let me go up to the top. Fair use commentary. Again, it's just my opinion. I'm just one person. Yeah. But there might be a link. There might be a link to Simeon's, or there might be a link. Well, if there's a link to Danielle, I think there's a link to the Simeons. I think there's a link. So, but I don't know if she's linked in. But I definitely think Danielle's linked to that family. Yeah. If you're doing song requests, play "Love Taboo" by King Sis. Yeah, I could do that. She's a big girl. Joanne says she's a big girl. Now, you see, if I just repeat that, people are going to say, oh, you're talking. I'm not talking about anyone. Just somebody out there said, described it this way when you're, what do they call them? BBWs? Is that what they call them? Big, is that what it is? Big black? Doesn't that stand for Big Black Women? Is that what that stands for? BBWs? Um, I don't know. But uh, I heard someone on this platform uh, say, instead of the word, they just use the word fluffy. And I just thought, okay. Um, so the song is what? Love Taboo, King Sis. Let's see if I can find it. I thought you were going to say Sade. Taboo. Where is it? Oh, that's Love Tattoo. I didn't really read it. I just skimmed over it. Now I'm reading it, to type it in. Okay. No, I would have never found it. Are you sure? For some reason I can't pull it up just like that. I don't see it. Not on Epidemic, but I might. Let's see if I can find it somewhere else. Oh, wait a minute. Switch this. See if I can find it on YouTube Music. Loves a tattoo. That's why. So then it should mean here it is.
Keep my hand in the fire. Won't learn my lesson till I let it burn, but never lose my desire. Had it from the moment that I felt my first love. I knew I'd never get enough of you. I'll take the risk like I'm bulletproof. Shots in my heart, but it bleeds the truth. A part of every little thing I do, like a tattoo. Just like a tattoo, I'll always have you. Ooh, like a tattoo. Just like a tattoo, I'll always have you. Ooh. My inhibitions fade away. Can't think with my head, my gut won't let me change. Try to deny, but you beg me to take. Defiant as the loser, it'd be worth the game. Cause I can never get enough of you. I'll take the risk like I'm bulletproof. Always on my heart like a tattoo. A part of every little thing I do, like a tattoo. I swear every time is the last time I let you get up under my skin. I wanna let the ink dry, but wanna try till it's right. Here we go again. If I am love and love is I need you more than I would admit. Please be kind to me, baby. Like a weapon, you slay me forever. Connected like a tattoo. Just like a tattoo. I'll always have you. Ooh, love's a tattoo. Oh, just like a tattoo. I'll always have you.
That was nice. It was short. There's instrumental to that. Let's see if I can play that in the background just for a second. There's a nice beat. It's relaxing. Yeah. Nice. Very nice. We are live right now on Instagram, X, Twitch, Facebook, and here on YouTube. So, what else is on your mind? Clear the air. There's some other things to clear the air with. Oh, King Sis lyrics, always clean. You know, I thought she had maybe one or two. I don't know. But that's good to know. All right, so Joanne says blessed. But remember that she went in on trees for nearly 6 months at first. You know, it's like this sector. I said I got it out this sector. Well, on my way to tell you, but it's just it's only one thing I want. Is for his person to be revealed. Let God be in control. Or let God be, control. You know, sometimes it's important to just still yourself. That's what I'm doing right now. Just thinking about my next moves. Maybe I should say moves. Yeah. Well, let me look at something. The sector needs God. Stay on it, Teddy. Well, there are other sectors, but I get what you're saying. This sector is. Yeah. Okay. Just scanning through. What else? I just want to play some music and toss some things out there. But I want to hear from you. All right, so it's a trap. So I took a look at Pacer, and it appears that Kimberly filed a motion for a default. So I guess she's been making some, um, I'll just say, either adding some things that should have been added, or um, some things that weren't included or figured out. But anyway, she just filed a motion. And maybe she read it already. Um, let's see. I had it pulled up. It was filed on the 1st. Let me see, 1st of November. And I think it was just entered. She may have talked about this already. Let's see. If I can get in right now. Yes, there it was filed on November 1st and entered just today, the 6th, a motion for default judgment. One just before that, clerk's entry of default judgment had been denied. So, but this one, I guess the judge would have to rule on it. Um, let's see. It's 42 pages. So maybe it is the. Oh, okay. I don't know if I've seen this one before. It's motion for default judgment. I'll just read a little bit of it. Comes now Kimberly Smith, plaintiff, in the above styled action, and respectfully moves this court to enter a default judgment against defendant Danielle Robertson, pursuant to Rule 55B of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure, as the plaintiff seeks a default judgment for claims that require judicial determination. In support of this motion, plaintiff states as follows. Now, I'm just wondering. Hang on for a second. Just want to look up something, just make sure I haven't. Seen this exact document before. Well, it wouldn't be exact, but something similar. Okay. Did she did she go over this already? Joanne says Kim said that she made a mistake on the first one. Okay. Again, I haven't watched all these videos. So I'll just read a little bit of that one or this one. Just see what it's about. Since it was entered today. Uh, let's see, let me go back. Rules of Civil Procedure, as the plaintiff seeks a default judgment for claims that require judicial determination in support of this motion. Plaintiff states as follows. Hang on for 1 second. Just have some in the background. Background and facts. 1. Procedural history. Plaintiff filed a complaint against defendant on 8/28/24 asserting claims for harassment, defamation, copyright infringement, invasion of privacy. Service of process. 2. Defendant was duly served with a copy of the complaint and summons on 9, I believe that's 23 or 9/3 as evidence by documentation provided by the U.S. Marshal Service. Despite this, defendant has failed to respond, appear, or otherwise defend against this action. 3. Entry of default by clerk. Plaintiff initially sought a clerk's entry of default. However, this request was denied, necessitating this motion for default judgment before the court. All right. I, Kimberly Smith, being duly sworn, depose and state as follows. She gives an introduction with her address. Submit this affidavit in support of my motion for default judgment against Danielle Robertson. The statements made herein are true to the best of my knowledge and belief. Summary of events and claims. Danielle Robertson has engaged in ongoing harassment, defamation, and invasion of my privacy, resulting in emotional distress, reputational harm, and financial loss. The following sections provide specific instances of her actions, with supporting evidence marked as exhibits. Claims and support evidence. A. Invasion of privacy. Danielle Robertson has repeatedly invaded my privacy by disclosing personal information and sharing sensitive material without my consent. Exhibit A. Property records, including details of a quitclaim deed related to my residence, were publicly shared by Danielle on her YouTube channel. By exposing these records, Danielle demonstrated a clear intent to harass and intimidate me. Then there's an Exhibit B. Body cam footage from my arrest was posted on Danielle's YouTube channel under the title Timmy Tuckett Police Footage. This video was initially monetized, displaying private conversations about my family, which constitutes a severe invasion of my privacy. Defamation. B. Danielle has persistently defamed me by making false statements and derogatory remarks that damage my reputation. Exhibit C. A social media post in which Danielle refers to me as Timmy Tuckett and claims my lawsuit is frivolous, intended to undermine my credibility and incite ridicule. Exhibit D. Danielle posted my mugshot, falsely claiming that I have a felony, referring to me as Gangsta Karen Granny, intending to damage my my public image and reputation. Exhibit E. Danielle mocked a personal video of mine, associating me with cartoon characters to portray me as ridiculous and demean my appearance. C. Harassment and malicious reporting. Danielle has engaged in harassment by making malicious reports to government agencies targeting my personal and financial life. Let me just pause for a moment because I'm not looking at the chat. Make sure. Should I read a little more? Again, this is just calm. Clear the air, analyze this, can be various topics. But this one I looked up, and since it was entered today, yeah. So I will continue to read just a little bit more. I'm not going to read all of it. Exhibit F. A post by Danielle where she encourages her followers to report me to Social Security, Section 8, SNAP, and the IRS, falsely suggesting that I might be engaging in fraud. Exhibit G. A frat fabricated complaint to the Detroit Housing Commission where Danielle falsely accuses me of housing violations, unreported household changes, and fraudulent financial activities. This letter was publicly shared on her platform, further attempting to damage my reputation and livelihood. Exhibit H, a report, submission, confirmation from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, where Danielle reported false information about me, demonstrating her ongoing efforts to disrupt my life through government interventions. Exhibit I, a form from the IRS showing a malicious report filed by Danielle, intended to subject me to further scrutiny and potential penalties without basis. D. Misuse of personal information. Danielle has accessed and shared private information, including my former married name, in an effort to target me more effectively. Exhibit J. This document confirms my former last name, she puts it, which Daniel has used in mocking nicknames like Timmy Tuckett Jackson by using my private information publicly. She demonstrates her intent to dig into my personal history and harass me. Additional harassing posts and imagery. Daniel has posted a series of images and comments to mock and degrade me further. Exhibit K, an image posted by Danielle showing a caricature of a raccoon with dreadlocks in front of an FBI building, implying mockery related to my interactions with law enforcement. Exhibit L, a post where Danielle depicts a panda holding a liar sign alongside a rat character, meant to damage my reputation by portraying me as deceitful. Exhibit M, another derogatory image showing a panda with dreadlocks in front of alcoholic beverages, suggesting irresponsible behavior and further defaming my character. Exhibit N, Daniel's post showing a caricature of a panda running with a bottle of alcohol, again aiming to ridicule and humiliate me. Exhibit O, a community post where Daniel calls me Timmy Tuckett and describes me as gutter trash with no limits, further inciting mockery and hostility. Statements of damages. I am seeking damages in the total amount of $400,000 based on the following: emotional distress, $100,000, due to the continuous harassment and invasion of privacy, which has caused me severe emotional turmoil and anxiety. Reputational harm, $150,000, resulting from defamatory remarks and altered images intended to damage my reputation in my community and professional circles. Financial losses, $100,000, losses incurred due to disruption of my work, legal costs, and expenses associated with documenting evidence and pursuing this case. Legal costs, $50,000 for documentation, research, and the time required to compile evidence to support this case, even though the filing fees were waived. 5. Closing statements and declaration. I declare under penalty of perjury that the foregoing is true and correct to the best of my knowledge and belief. It was signed and dated. So that was back October 28th. And then she shows the various exhibits, okay, which, follow with many pages because there were exhibits A through, did we go all the way to O? Yes. And with each exhibit, there's some description and annotation of each of the exhibits. But I won't read through all this. It's quite comprehensive for, yeah. So now let me come back out. And see if there are any other comments. It's 55 minutes in. Oh, wait a minute. Don't want to do that. What was I getting ready? Yeah, her reign won't always, be forever. It will end too. Lovely One 2.0, who hasn't been in for a while, says, I'm upset that Google YouTube won't terminate her channel by now. I don't know. Trust me. I don't know. When Dove Scribe says, Danny can't hide anymore, or her minions, you say, Panda Danny. You hate children. What happened to Courtney's child? Again, so that particular story, I have never said that Danielle Elizabeth Allen and Danielle Robertson have been proven to be one in the same. I have said that what I've seen points more toward her being Danielle than away from her. Okay. Now, Danielle Elizabeth Allen, the charges were dropped in her case for accessory after the fact. They were also dropped against Larry Champ. Joanne says she can't even fight back anonymously with a real attorney. That's true. Because if she were to get a real attorney and that person, they could say they represent her and they could put a pseudonym, but in a federal court at some point she's going to. But she's not even responding. Let the police open another investigation. How can she hire an attorney saying she is Danny Montana? only if that were a name that she had as part of a corporation company and it was like registered. I don't think any of those. She doesn't have any um, of those names registered. And you know what? Certain names you really can't even register. Um, yeah. Yes, when Doves Cry says, I know, Teddy, but Danny fits someone who will do vile to children. My opinion on that. I know she does vile things to adults. Um, I don't know about children. Lovely One says, I foreseen that she wasn't going to respond when the U.S. Marshal served her the first time. So, what that shows is, how she's would move. So, if served with another summons and complaint, she'll do the same thing. She'll ignore it. However, as you can see right now, it's still going through the process. Joanne says, well, she has to do something or pay up the money. I think there are 8 days in the countdown to the 15th, maybe 9 days, almost coming up on 8 days. When Google is supposed to respond to Kimberly Smith. Now, her request to Google in the subpoena was comprehensive too, in terms of what she was seeking to have revealed. So again, it's the 15th is the next deadline. Can't stress it enough. If Google responds with information, just information on that account, that might be a real starting point. I mean, to confirming things. Because if Kimberly, not if, she's asking for compensation too, she's got to find out where the money is, right? Yeah. Joanne says you can ignore it, but the default judgment will go through uncontested. A judge will have no choice but to grant judgment. And so if she can get the judge to grant it, the judgment, then she'll have an instrument to pursue restitution, compensation. She can then take that to YouTube. Google, AdSense, accounts. They can trace that money. They can trace where it's been deposited, how it's flowed in and out for the last 3 years. And we're just talking about the channels that she monetized since the beginning in 2021. Also, don't forget that she is asking for Google to provide any comments, other links to social media, all of that. Mhm. So, other accounts linked, and they do know everything. They know that. They will know where that bank account is because they just made a deposit to it in October 21st. Is the 21st of each month that Google AdSense deposits whatever uh, the content creator has earned in, I guess you could say in arrears, or it's kind of like up to a certain point. I'll just say, yeah. So someone is getting paid. She's monetized, and she's putting out videos, right? She's getting paid. Danielle can say, I'm not connected to anything here on YouTube, her exact words. I'm not connected. This is what she said. I'm not connected to anything here on YouTube, to Google. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. She's connected to the YouTube channel because she's the only one who's making videos on her channel. So she's connected in that way. And right now, I would suppose, Baby Juju says, you think she emptied her bank account? Oh, she's definitely, I think, moving some money around. Or someone who she says she's not on the account, they are well aware of what's going on. So, but eyes are already on them. So, eyes are always on accounts. Always. The bank, the financial institution has eyes on transactions 24/7, 365 days of the year. Someone has walked into a bank or walked up to a teller, one of those, outside of the bank. Someone's photograph has been snapped, someone's picture. Someone's vehicle has even more than likely come into contact with that camera. Oh, yes. You don't think that the bank's cameras are just taking the person when they look into the camera? Those cameras can field other things. There's cameras in the sky. There are ways. Well, we just looked at what? Bonnie Willis and, her, what's his name? when he was driving to her home, her apartment, her condo, or whatever, Yeah, when they were visiting, he was on the phone with her the entire time, right? And they could trace his what? Geolocation. That's what Kimmy is looking for. Geolocation information as well. So yeah. They can find her. Now they just have to want to find her. I was talking to someone of these, big cases. I mean, they'll find. Let her say something about, you know, someone very, very important in this country, the highest office. They will find her in 10 minutes, just like they did someone recently. Yeah, you're not going to make a threat, on that level. They will find you in 10 minutes. So that means they know where you are. They know how to find you. So she can be found, just may not be up on the priority list yet, until she has to be found. Joanne says she has no defense left because she did not contest it. Correct. So she loses automatically. She's hoping and praying that the judge will disregard a default judgment ruling by the law. The judge will act accordingly. Lovely One says the case have to turn into a criminal case as well, a civil, as well as a civil. Yeah. Yeah. So wherever the road leads to, if default judgment, let me just remove this. Default judgment. Mhm. See, she's just hoping that she's not going to be pursued. Yeah. Mhm. So she gets a judgment against her. A paper trail, really? Really? Get some information? Mhm. Oh. Years in the making. Feds are on to this. That's what Duff's Cry is saying. Yes, the feds do take their time. How do we know? The feds may have been watching this for some time. How do we know? Remember, she said layers. So if layers are put into place, why? Why so many layers? What's going on? What are you hiding? What needs to be covered up? Who's going to layer themselves and take the fall? Why? Something sounds uh, a little strange here. Or maybe it's not so strange when you might be involved in something. So this might be the right way to do it. Because something is being done to hide her. Yes, to hide her. to cover up for her. Because that is what's being done. She said, if Google, if they get to her, whoever that person is on the account, they are going to deny that she even exists. They're going to deny it all. But she exists. Unless, are you some kind of AI? Is that what you're saying you are, Daniel? You mean someone created your voice, created everything about you? Created this purpose for revenge? This would be an elaborate scheme. Yeah. If it were. But it just seems like there's too many other things that are real. And it just, there were real people involved. Yeah. Let's not forget about them. Joanne says the worst case scenario is that she won't pony up, the funds and vanish from YouTube with the little monies that she has, of which isn't much. Let's be real, she's not making millions on 12K subs now. But remember, she said she has a real life. She said she has goals. She's smart. She's done things in her life. Okay, so let's find out what those things are and what's attached to them. Money or whatever. What is this? Annette says, Eve Dallas. Hello. Who's Eve Dallas? See ya. Hey, girl. Hey, good night. Good night. Let me go up through the chat. What did I miss? Oh, maybe there's somebody on another social media, somewhere else like Instagram. Okay, just kind of looking around. Yeah, we are live over on Twitch. Do we have anyone over there? Okay. Well, it's 11 o'clock, guys. 11:03, and we're not going to hang out too late now. So I think that'll be it for me. Calm, clear the air, analyze this at Unwind with Teddy. You can also email me at unwindwithteddy@gmail.com. Oh, no, wait a minute. Let me look at something. Let's play another song. All right. That will do it for me for sure. It is 11:20. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. Good night.
what you tell me. Oh, you shook me to the core. And no matter who I was, I'm not the same now as I was before. In my heart, in my soul, we're free and never get old. Such a fine place to be. It's finally getting clear to me. There's nothing I can do without your love. Without your love. In this dance together, no use trying to hide. In any kind of weather, I'll be by your side. Every seed we planted, next to the writing on the wall, took it off for granted. Now we take the fall, nothing left at all. In my heart, in my soul, we're free, never get old. Such a fine place to be. It's finally getting clear to me. There's nothing I can do without your love, baby, baby. Always, always, wild and free, wild and free. In my heart, and in my soul. One mistake and I lose control. There's nothing I can do without your love. Such a fine place to be. It's finally getting clear to me. There's nothing I can do without your love, baby. Always, always, wild and free, wild and free. In my heart and in my soul. One mistake, lose control. There's nothing I can do without